I am Alyssa, and who are you, handsome fella next to me?
I'm Alyssa Part 2.
Oh, what? Do I have a twin?
You do, hi. I'm Alyssa White. She's Alyssa Whiter.
Now, this is actually Shawn Fuller from the Horribly Awkward podcast. He's also my boyfriend. And today, we are talking about my most anticipated game of 2018, and that is Shadow of the Tomb Raider, because I'm a die-hard Tomb Raider fan, have been since I was 5 years old. Shawn here likes Tomb Raider as well. We both played it. So, let's give our thoughts on it, shall we?
Yes, Lara Croft is back.
Lara Croft.
Lara. You gotta
think like a British person.
Croft is back.
Lara Croft is back.
She's back. She's so beautiful.
Shut up. Your girlfriend's right here. Watch what you say.
Lara Croft is super hot. Shh. I like climbing up stuff.
You're in trouble later.
All right. Okay, let's talk about Tomb Raider.
Yeah, let's get into the story. I'm not forgetting that. Anyway, the story. It helps if you've played the previous two games in this new trilogy of Tomb Raider games, but you don't have to have played those. It just makes it make a little more sense. But you play Lara, she's gotten into some trouble, and she's being hunted by an organization that is in the previous two games. Mm-hmm. But also another faction of enemies that I won't reveal because I don't want to spoil anything.
They're bad people.
They're very bad people.
Yes.
And that's basically the gist of the story, but what I liked about the story was there were some really good emotional beats, and I was really surprised by some of the events that took place. I like that there were some throwbacks and Easter eggs sprinkled throughout this game, and it just pretty much hit home for me, besides the ending is a little...
Tomb Raider always hits home for me. Tomb Raider 2013, when Crystal Dynamics brought it back, I was so excited when I saw the E3 trailer. I was so excited. I bought the controller for it. I bought the little box with the little Lara Croft, doll. I like dolls, little Lara Croft dolls. I was so excited for it, and I just love it. The feeling of it, just the darker tone of it, the more realistic of a girl just getting the crap beat out of her, and then she becomes this powerful, the Tomb Raider that we all know. And the music, the music behind all these games, it really sets the tone for it, and I love it. So every time it comes back, I get super excited. I can't contain myself.
And this is supposed to be the closing chapter of the new trilogy, but I suspect if this does well, which most Tomb Raider games do, there will be more games in the pipeline.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm gonna talk with my hands a little bit because I'm watching
I
most
do
of it.
too.
So I'm gonna talk a little bit with my hands. So I think. Okay, so comparing this game to the older games, this game is more linear than Rise of the Tomb. Okay, Rise of the Tomb Raider was basically like the first game from 2013, but it was padded to make it seem bigger. I think they figured people want, let's make a bigger game, so they gave you bigger areas to explore. So in this one, it's less of that. It's more like the first game than it is Rise of the Tomb Raider.
That's true.
The first game from 2013.
Rise of the Tomb Raider, I feel like, was probably longer because so many people complain about single-player games these days being too short. I feel like Rise of the Tomb Raider was probably made longer because of that.
Yeah, it's like, this game's too short, you can beat it in a certain amount of time, so like, alright, let's pad these areas, and you can tell, you get into an area, you're like, this area is huge, I gotta, and I'm the collector, so I have to get everything. And there's still that, they still have a lot of that in this game, but it's smaller areas, it's not as huge as Rise of the Tomb Raider. I'd compare it almost identically to the first game, very similar.
Yeah, there's only about 2 hub areas in this game, and they do have side missions, which the side missions are very well done, they're a lot of fun to play through, but there's not too many places you can visit, per se.
Yeah, and they're worth doing the side missions because you get, like, a gang of XP.
And it's harder to level up in this game than it was in the previous games. You have to do more stuff to get more XP, like finding collectibles, doing side missions, killing animals.
Yeah, but in the first game, you would kill a couple animals, and then you deplete your XP that you can gain in an area, and then all of a sudden you'd be shooting animals and getting 1 XP for it, and it wouldn't be worth it. And this one, I killed a lot of birds. Like, every bird I saw, I killed the stupid bird.
Yes,
there's a stupid bird, I'll shoot it. And you got like 20 XP, and it never went lower than that. It was just always 20 XP. There's never a point where I feel like you can keep killing animals, and they'll keep respawning, but you'll still get the XP for them.
What I really love is you can basically kick over a bucket and gain 15 XP every time you kick over a bucket.
Oh yeah, I love Laura. She just walks up and goes, pushes over these little bucket things, and it's like, XP.
I got experience.
Yeah, I wish I could get experience in life for pushing over stuff, because I've tried.
Me too.
Yeah, that would be awesome. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of collecting in this game.
Which, if you're a loot hound, you're going to love, because you can collect gold, you can find sarcophagi, documents. If you love history, especially, she talks about the backstory behind each of the relics and the documents she picks up. So if you're into history, definitely try to get as many collectibles as possible.
All that.
I didn't. I love it.
I skip it. Just I don't got the time for it.
But you'll be super happy if you love collecting loot.
Yes, you will. If you love collecting loot, you'll be pushing the thumbstick just all the time. You hear that little and you highlights everything in the area, and you just collect everything. Collect. I love Tomb Raider.
That really only applies if you play it on the easy or normal difficulty settings. Hard does not do that as much, does it? It doesn't highlight.
There's 3 difficulty settings. So you can do easy, normal, or hard on the exploration settings, the puzzle settings,
and the
combat. So I did hard on the combat, which is you get no health regen and ammo boxes are harder to find. But in this game, I don't think there's not a lot of combat. It's not as much as the other games. Like when you're exploring areas, you're not finding a bunch of combat in these areas. So the ammo thing didn't really bug me. But yeah, if you do the hard, I think when you play it on hard for exploration,
it doesn't highlight.
It doesn't highlight it. So for a guy like me, that would drive me nuts.
It would too. I've played everything on normal, combat, exploration, and puzzles. So
yeah,
you're
normal. You're a normal type of gal.
It's gonna be in so much trouble later, guys. Seriously. Mm-hmm. Anyway, what I was trying to say before you called me normal.
All right, Normie.
I lost my train of thought, thanks.
Yeah, we're talking about the difficulties.
I know, but I was going to say something else, and I just lost my train of thought.
So if you play the puzzle difficulties also on hard, it doesn't highlight what you're supposed to interact with.
And I just remembered what I was going to say. Okay, when you do highlight things on easy or normal, Laura will give you hints like, I should move this, or I need to go to this location. But if you play it on hard, you don't get her giving you those hints.
Yes, but... So it's good to have the hints, and it's also annoying because every time you press the button, it's like, we should go push that lever over there.
And I'm like, I'm just trying to find the golden documents in this area. I don't need to hear, let's go push the lever over and over and over again.
Yeah, lever, tomato.
You have to think British.
Think British. That's not British.
You can do a British
accent.
Hi,
Mark.
That's Tommy Wiseau, dear.
Okay.
But let's talk about the graphics, because you took so many screenshots during this game, and I have as well. It's gorgeous, and don't even mention the fact that she's hot, okay? If you do it again, I'm going to cover your mouth. Seriously. I will do it on video.
Can I lick my lips?
No, I'll cover your mouth.
I like Laura, though. I like Laura. Remember one time I told you, like, you look pretty in, like, gray stuff, like Lara Croft type?
You did actually say that, okay.
Okay, so yeah. So I have a 4K TV, I have HDR, so...
Xbox One X, optimal settings.
Yeah, so let's take that into account. Looks beautiful. There's a little bit of screen tear sometimes.
I didn't notice that, but he is a graphics whore.
Yeah, you wouldn't notice stuff like that.
Yeah.
You don't notice stuff like that.
I usually play on an HD TV, standard Xbox One, so I don't notice it as much.
So when you're in some areas, like some of these crypts and some of these challenge puzzles things, it's so beautiful. There's this beautiful jungle setting, and there's like pirate ships. Lush.
It feels like you're there, and the water effects and fire effects are just outstanding.
Yeah.
Just, so beautiful. And they make amazing screenshots.
It looks like what I remember Rise of the Tomb was when Rise of the Tomb Raider came out. I remember how stunning that was when it first came out, and then a couple years later I tried it again, and it looked less stunning because I was used to more upgraded graphics and
Mr. Fancy Pants over here.
Mr. Fancy Pants over here. So it looks like what I remember Rise of the Tomb Raider looking like when that came out.
I did have one little thing happen during my playthrough a couple of times, and that's when I went underwater, which is stunning, by the way, when you go underwater. Mm-hmm. I would sometimes get caught on the walls, and then the game would just kind of freak out a little bit, and I couldn't get uncaught from the walls and be like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna drown because I'm stuck in the wall because it's glitching. That was just one little glitch. That's basically the only glitch I noticed was I got stuck in walls underwater a couple times.
Yeah, being underwater, you only have so much breath, and you can find these little pockets in the ceiling where you peek your head through. And if you have surround sound, it sounds amazing.
Yes,
it sounds like she's really like in a cave poking her head between a little bit of water. It's like, and then you go back in, and there's some stealth stuff underwater, which is weird. There's piranhas.
Which harken back to previous games in the series,
Yes.
which made me really happy.
Yes, yeah. So there's no combat underwater really. There's these like eels, these like deadly eels that wrap around you. You have to stab it in the head a bunch, but it's just stabbing. There's no real skill
combat.
to it. Yeah.
You just have to avoid piranhas, which I've managed to do. He didn't. He got eaten by piranhas a lot.
There's a lot of stuff to explore underwater, though. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of the stuff you'll find. A lot of your collectible stuff underwater, or you might have to like some things. You're like, I can't get into this. Like it's right here. I know it's there. I'm highlighting it. I see it, but you have to go like far away, find an underwater cave, swim through it, and then come back up.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to do underwater.
There is.
It's kind of interesting.
And there's also like treasure chests you can find hidden underwater. There are some challenge tombs underwater I've discovered.
The puzzles actually are underwater?
There's a tomb or two that you have to go underwater and go through a crevice, and then you exit out, and then there's the challenge tomb.
But it's not underwater while you do it, right?
No.
Okay.
But you have to go underwater.
Oh,
to get
that
to
would
the challenge
drive
tomb.
me crazy. Okay.
No.
Okay.
That would drive me crazy too.
Yeah, I've played the game all the way through, and I have an 85% overall completion of the game, so I've collected a lot of stuff. I'm going to slowly go back in there and do it because there's a lot of stuff to collect.
There is.
There's a lot of stuff. I got to go find some of the puzzles and tombs. I don't think the puzzles, in my opinion, the puzzles in this game were not very hard. If you already have played the other games and done all those puzzles, you kind of know what to do. There's a couple of challenge tombs where it's more, for me, it was more trial and error, where you just kind of move things around and figure it out, and it kind of almost figures itself out after you move things around for 20 minutes.
Well, me on the other hand, I don't do so well with puzzles.
Yeah,
most of this, I get frustrated. Don't say it. Because I get frustrated. I'm very impatient, so I'm like, I just want to solve this damn puzzle, and I can't. And I'm like, I'm having to use my brain here, and it took me forever to solve one that involved mirrors. It took me way too long for that one. To be honest.
That one took me like 20 minutes. That was a tough one.
To me longer than that to solve that one.
Yeah. Tomb Raider. Yeah, Laura Croft. She looks great when she swims underwater.
Anyway, talking about gameplay now, the combat, even though there's not a lot of it, it feels very satisfying. Like, if you get a headshot, it's so satisfying.
Except when you find those guys with the helmets, so you have to you have to hit their helmet off with the bullet or an arrow, and then you have to shoot them in the head again. But headshots count. I played it on hard, and headshots do damage. You know, you can take out almost any enemy with a headshot, but you have to also, shoot the helmets off some. So and it can be challenging. When Tomb Raider is not known for their super responsive controls. No. It's not Call of Duty, so it does take a lot of strafing to get shots to line up right. There's these arrows though that you can shoot an enemy, and it just makes them go berserk and start shooting, killing themselves, like start shooting all of his buddies. And
there's also arrows that you can shoot that when an enemy dies, it attracts other enemies to the body, so then you can kind of pick them off.
I never used that.
It's cool.
Is it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll probably have to do a New Game Plus, because there is a new Game Plus. Maybe I'll do that. There's a couple things. There's a lot of skills to unlock, and there's a lot of cool stuff.
The skill tree has 3 different settings as well.
Yeah.
Category settings, whatever.
Yeah, and the one of them you can like upgrade some of your bow stuff, so you can upgrade the time that it slows down. So you're just going into bullet hell mode, just focus mode, bullet hell mode, whatever you want to call it. Super slow mo headshots are the best.
Really, they really are.
Oh, if they would have just added the X-ray vision into it, like Sniper Elite, and we could do like nut shots and headshots and slow motion and see like, do some like Mortal Kombat X-ray vision, it would have been like this game would have been a 10 out of 10. Would have been so great.
Yeah, that would have been great. I would have loved that.
Yeah, well, we can't talk about what's not in it.
Okay.
Wishful thinking.
Very wishful thinking. So we've covered the story, we've covered graphics, gameplay. How long would you say this game took you to play?
So playing it on hard, doing most of the tombs and all that stuff and collecting 85% of the goods, I say I played 15 hours.
But if you're just going to power through the main storyline, you don't really care about side missions or collecting things.
I'd say 8 to 10 hours. So if you really wanted to rent this game and just drop like 2 days, spend 2 days time playing it, I'd say it's worth it. But it's a buy for me because I love Tomb Raider.
If you're a diehard Tomb Raider fan, pick it up. I mean, if you're a casual fan, you can rent it or wait for it to drop in price. But if you're a diehard...
Don't. Just play it. Yeah, if you love Lara Croft and Tomb Raider as much as I do, and Alyssa, support them so they'll keep making these games. Because it's still great. Yeah.
And the way this ended, we kind of felt was meh.
Yeah, I felt like they left a chapter out.
They left it so they could make more games, I believe.
Yeah, but I feel like they left a chapter out of this game. Like, oh, this is the end. Oh, wait, this was really the end. And it was kind of the end. Not a huge knock. It wasn't bad. It might have just been me because I want more. Like, I want to play more. And I think the story in this game, especially towards the second half, was really engaging for me.
It's very powerful.
Yeah, it's very good. There's some really good stuff in there. I don't want to spoil. There's some really good stuff.
Yeah.
Dang, you guys don't know what I'm talking about when you get there.
It's amazing.
Yeah, there's some really cool stuff. And then at the end, there's some other cool stuff where I'm like, this is kind of weird, but no, this is kind of cool. I'm digging it.
You're digging it.
I'm digging it. Yum. Red Robin.
Tomb Raider. And Tomb Raider.
Lara Croft. Yum.
We're not sponsored.
Lara Croft. Yum. Lara Croft. Hit me up, Laura.
Do you want to have a girlfriend?
Yeah, I do. Laura.
No.
Lara Croft.
No.
Digging the game, guys, for sure.
And what would you give it, person that I'm not saying?
Out of score, out of 5?
Yeah.
Giving this a 4.5 out of 5. There could have been a little more combat, a little more things to shoot. I want to do a little more killing with Laura. I want to shoot more things in the head besides stupid birds that sit there and just let you shoot them in the head. Maybe there wasn't as many there wasn't any bears or anything like there was in like Rise of the Tomb Raider. There was only like one instance where you fought a crazy animal. Keep it out what it was, but a couple of these crazy. There wasn't like a bunch of the rare like crazy animals. I don't think, unless I didn't find those.
There is like one side mission where you can go and find a den of animals and you have to kill them all.
Yeah, but there's not a lot of that. If they would have had more of that stuff, more stuff to. Go search out. I want to get into some danger with Laura. 4 out of 5. 4.5 out of 5 is my score. Yes.
And I have the same score. I really enjoyed it. It is a game that I went to sleep. I'm like, oh, I really want to play more Tomb Raider. I woke up. Oh, I'm so excited to play Tomb Raider. Like, I don't want to put the controller down, and I didn't want to put the controller down when I played it. And I can see myself playing it again and again. Yeah,
gets real engaging. Jonah's in it.
Yeah, Jonah returns. He's a character from the previous
He looks
games.
cool. He's got like the hipster bow. And, he's almost got like a man bun, but he doesn't.
The epitome of cool in this era.
Some of that stuff with him is cool. It's like he's hanging around for a while. Like, well, how are we gonna break loose and do his own thing? We can't have 2 people. Like if it was, if they would have put a co-op game with him and one person played that. Oh,
and I would have been Jonah.
Would have been Jonah. Yeah, should have been Jonah. I'd have been Laura because.
If you don't shut up. Anyway.
Yeah, anyways, back to the review.
I think we covered pretty much everything. We gave our final scores.
Yep.
So, congratulations, Eidos Montreal and Square Enix for creating another amazing entry into the Tomb Raider franchise, and Crystal Dynamics for bringing it back.
Thank you, Crystal Dynamics, for bringing it back in 2013, because when this game came out, I saw the trailer on E3 and I was just stoked. I was like, I haven't played Tomb Raider in so long and it looks so good. And when it came out, 2013 was such a good year for games, and this game goes down, and the 2013 one goes into just became one of my favorite franchises ever.
Well, it is already one of my favorite franchises because I've played them ever since I was 4 or 5 years old. I've played every single game in this franchise. So I'm a diehard fan.
But when they brought it back, it was a new thing. They took something that was great and awesome, and they just
even better.
Made it into the ultra. It's cool. I love it.
And we should probably mention that this game is going to be available to purchase on September 14th. You can play it on PC, PS4, or Xbox One. And if you get the Croft Edition, you can actually play it 48 hours earlier, so September 12th. And you also get a really cool steelbook with that. You get some DLC and the original soundtrack, which I think is an awesome deal. And if you're a diehard Tomb Raider fan, that's probably the option you want to go for.
Yeah, so guys, play this game.
Play it. We recommend it wholeheartedly.
Please play it. Please.
You won't regret it.
Nope.
So I think that's it. So Shawn, where can people find you?
Hey guys, what's up? You can find me on the Horribly Awkward podcast. Alyssa's on there all the time, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Soon Laura will be on. What's the girl's name, please, Laura?
Camilla Leddington.
Hit her up. Somebody tag her on Twitter at awkward_podcast. Go on Twitter, tag her to me, say, guys, we need you on the... Laura, please. Clip this video. Clip right here, clip this. Laura, please come on the Horribly Awkward podcast.
Camilla Leddington.
Camilla Leddington, come on the Horribly Awkward podcast, please.
Also, don't steal my boyfriend.
No, I don't want to leave you for her. I can have both of you, right?
No, you can't.
Oh. Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
Cool. Yeah, you guys find me, Horribly Awkward podcast.
And like you said, I'm on there all the time, pretty much. So you can hear this voice all the time, too. And do you want to give out your Twitter and all that stuff?
Push the blub, like and describe, and do all that stuff that Alyssa does. The description down below, and ding
I'll have it
ding
all
bell.
linked in the description
There's a ding
box.
bell right here. And
I meant, pimp out your stuff, but I'll have it in the description box.
I just printed it out right there.
Okay.
Awkward_podcast. Yeah, Horribly Awkward. Yeah. You guys, hit me on there if you guys want to join me too on Xbox, PS4, or Steam. I'll give you my gamer tag there.
Yes, you will.
I will.
And you know where to find me. And guys, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're always alerted whenever I upload a new video. If you'd like to follow me on social media, those are in the description box down below. Also, like the video if you liked it. Share it if you liked it. You're not in the frame anymore, Shawn. I hope you enjoyed seeing us together. People have been asking to see Shawn, so we're obliging that.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to go, but I love you guys so much. Peace and kisses. You want to say goodbye in a special way?
Not really.
Okay.
Not
okay.
Really. You guys, bye. Thank you. Hi, and bye at the same time.
Bye. A game that was my most anticipated game of 2018, and that is right. Cut that out. And
Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Don't cut that out. What are you talking about?
I'm cutting it out.
No, Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
I'm cutting it out.